Welcome, friends. This is Archangel. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm excited. A storm is brewing. The explosive charges that will usher revolution are being placed even now. I am a proud agent of liberation, and I advance on gynocentric strongholds with resolve, daring to envision the boldest of audacities. Liberation for those with a Y chromosome. Liberation from utility and disposability. And just, who am I? I'm a warrior. I could be your neighbor, your fast food handler, your valet, your mail carrier, your insurance agent's kid, the person you pass on a double-lane highway, possibly the truck driver commanding 50 tons of merciless steel just in front of you on the highway. Maybe I'm your airline pilot or your stockbroker. Maybe I'm your friend's uncle's plumber. I could be anyone. Actually, I am everyone. I am every male who has been born into slavery. I am every male who has been sold malicious lies about love and romance, only to find I am not love. I was simply used for labor and material goods. I am every male that has shed precious tears over heartache incurred while trying to please a selfish, entitled class of humans. I am every male who has given his very life essence, building civilizations that discard him when he becomes inconvenient. I am every male who has given his lifeblood enlisting and serving a country that exists for female welfare, made possible only because of male disposability. I am every male who has had his genitalia malevolently brutalized at birth by the hands of ignorant bigots. I am every male who has been forced to serve a country who feels entitled to dispose of their young male population at will in times of conflict. I am every male who has been shamed into servitude, shamed into subjugation, shamed into compliance, shamed into disposability, shamed into protection of others, especially the fragile, infantilized class of humanity. I am every male humiliated into placating females with labor, brainwashed into the ubiquitous protection of female citizenry because they are delicate flowers who cannot open their own doors, or pay for dinners, or labor at a job to pay for that dinner. I am every male forced to sign up for service of a country that enables female entitlement and proclaims liberty and equality, yet fails to impose the same service requirements upon this entitled class. I am every male who was brainwashed into risking injury and death for anonymous females, knowing damn well no female would risk her life for some anonymous male. I am every male who is paid the same as a female officer of the same rank, even though males are the ones who do all the dying. I am every male who's been whacked in the balls for your entertainment. I am every male who has sat on his hands and endured physical abuse from females because he is shamed into taking this abuse and never ever touching a female. I am every male stereotyped as a bumbling, moronic fossil, a pathetic clown, and a pitiful, disgusting, hairy fart machine. I am every male adversely affected by vicious, untrue blanket judgments of males as rapists and killers, opportunistic criminals lying in wait. I am every male who has suffered abuse from other males who were pandering to females in order to curry favor. I am every male ever forced to give up his parachute or seat on the life raft to a female simply because she is female. I am every male who has had his genitalia mocked, demeaned, even mutilated by females, and then laughed about by greater society. I am every male who has had his beautiful diamond essence devalued to the point where he seeks salvation through females because he is told he is a mutation, an inconvenience, a horrible wretch just like the rest of his gender. I am every male who has had his tender heart and feelings twisted by a culture that does not want to hear of his pain. I am every male who has been mocked and rejected by females, only to end up supporting them when they have squandered their youth and beauty and need a chump to settle down with and support them. I am every male who has died in a dangerous occupation that no female would ever do, simply to keep civilization running. I am every male who has been emasculated by any female. I am every boy who has been failed by society. I am every boy who has been denied unconditional love. I am every boy who has been indoctrinated by schools and teachers. Every boy put on medication to mitigate his inconvenience. Every boy who is ultimately monitored as a farmer does his cattle so he may know how many he has to take to slaughter when the time is right. I am every male who was lied to about female nature with fairy tales stuffed down his throat only to have half his goods and future earnings extorted from him by a system that marginalizes him. I am every male who has had his progeny held for financial ransom from him by that same system. I am every male subject to gynocentrism and and hypergamy, even though I have never even heard the words. I am every male who has been beaten or abused by brainwashed males trying to prove their worth or impress females after their masculinity is called into doubt. I am every male awakening to reality, which is robust not with romance or tender caresses, but usury by females. Awakening from picket fences and frosted window panes. Awakening from traditionalist icons of home, hearth, and family. I am the handful of males awakening every day to the cold reality of male servitude, male utility, and ultimately male disposability to protect and provide for the infantilized females who play their part of subterfuge by acting the role of submissive, fragile flower petals in order to invoke male utility and exploit males' caring natures in order to extract provision. I am every male born into slavery, and I am every male awakening from it. I am every male who finally comprehends the magnitude to which males are used and discarded by society. Just who am I? I was named after the Archangel, a curiosity since I champion an uprising against tyranny and injustice. Coincidence? Oh, I'll tell you who I am. I am revelation, I am revolution, I am liberation, and Exodus is at hand. Me? I am every male, and I am not disposable. Stand with me, live free.